Hello there. I'm Bruce Maples, publisher of Forward Kentucky, and today I'd like to talk to you about terror. So before I get to the topic of terror, let me remind you to like this video. And if you want to see more of this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And you can check out our website at forwardky.com. So let's do an imagination exercise. Imagine that you are an undocumented immigrant living in the United States right now. How are you feeling? Let's imagine you are a documented immigrant. You have papers showing you're allowed to be here. You have a green card, whatever that may be. How are you feeling right now? Or let's suppose that you are a U.S. citizen who happens to be Latinx or even just brown skin from some reason, another racial characteristic or whatever. How are you feeling right now? All right, let's do a second imagination exercise. Let's imagine that you are a lawyer who helped prosecute Trump in the last, say, 5 or 6 years. Let's imagine you are a lawyer who actually works with immigrants on various topics. Or let's imagine you are a law firm known for doing civil rights work or environmental work or for donating to Democrats. How are you feeling right now? And let's do a third one. Let's imagine that you are a journalist working on some investigative reporting of Trump or Trump's family or Trump's businesses. How are you feeling right now? Let's imagine you are a judge who has already ruled against the Trump administration in one or more cases. How are you feeling right now? Or let's imagine that you are a CEO whose business depends on government contracts. How are you feeling right now? What we are looking at here is a Trump administration that uses three kinds of threats. There is the physical threat. We have seen video of masked, unidentified agents jumping out of vans and kidnapping people right off the streets. We know that some of these people have wound up in concentration camps in other countries. And we know that the Trump administration is talking to countries all around the world about setting up camps to hold people that they want to send out of the country. There is the physical threat. There is the legal threat. I mean, it's one thing to say you could be physically attacked. It's a whole other thing to say you could be sued. There are numerous journalists and media outlets who are facing that very prospect, who either have been sued or are threatened with lawsuits and have to think about what they're going to do about that. And then there's the financial threat. There is no doubt that there are some companies who are worried that the Trump administration is going to look at them and say, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, we're just going to not send you any contracts, or we're going to pull your contracts. That's already started happening. So here's a question about those threats. Whether you are facing them yourself or not, are you considering your actions in ways you hadn't thought about before? If you're a journalist, are you thinking about what you're writing? If you are just an everyday citizen, are you thinking about what you say? Are you considering whether you can say certain things in front of certain people? Are you intent on keeping your head down? Here's the thing. That's the point. The terror is the point. Donald Trump and his administration want us to be afraid of him. That's the point. If we are afraid of him, then we will put boundaries around our actions and our words, and we will do our best to be compliant. Let me bring up an event from the past, Kristallnacht. Most of us know what Kristallnacht was. It was a night in Germany during the early Hitler years where Jewish shops were attacked and Jewish synagogues were attacked. And it was called Kristallnacht, which means the night of broken glass, because what many of the brown shirts did was they went around and broke the windows out of Jewish shops. We know that that was a terrifying and terrible night for Jews in Germany. But here's my question. What effect do you think it had on the non-Jews who lived in Germany? Do you think it made them also scared? Of course it did. Okay, if they can do this to my neighbor, what can they do to me? Now, there were people, I'm sure, who supported it, who thought it was wonderful that those horrible Jews got attacked. But I bet you there were people who were also going, this is not good. This is taking things another step. I'd better watch what I'm doing and saying. That's the point. They want us to be afraid. If you look over my shoulder, you will see that I've got the Timothy Snyder book standing up on tyranny. The very first rule of the 20 that are in that book is do not obey in advance. I realize it's really easy for me to say this sitting in my downstairs office, safe and sound as far as I know. But we all have to remember, we cannot live in fear. We have to be able to say this is wrong. We have to be able to stand up for our rights, and we have to be able to stand up for each other as well. So remember, the terror is the point. And if we are scared, they win. We have to be bold, we have to be brave, and we have to be willing to stand up for ourselves and for each other. Let's do that.